Are you spiritually gifted person? If you are, you might want to watch this. Most of us do not know that we are spiritually gifted. We may not be aware of it, but if we focus on our day-to-day experiences, we will see that we have the capacity to cultivate it. Our innate ability leads us to think and acting on it. The ability to act without the direct knowledge or awareness of something without conscious attention or reasoning. We call this intuition, the ability to understand something instinctively, without the need for conscious reasoning. An example of this is, you thought you want to come back for no reason after coming out of the house. But later on, you realized that there was a reason why you came back. This leads you to believe you have a spiritual gift. And we can develop and improve this knowledge until we become an expert to listening to our own intuition. An intuition is somehow a strange knowing that something is going to happen, or an unexplained feeling that won't go away and is later explained by something that occurs. This ability to feel is what leads us to believe we have spiritual intuition. It's hard to technically define intuition, but you can think of it as an innate sort of knowing or understanding of what's true. It looks different for different people, but when you feel it, you generally know. So, how do we really know we are spiritually gifted? And how can we be able to relate intuition as our spiritual gift? The first step is simply being aware that you have a gift. The more you welcome the knowledge that you are already receiving guidance, the stronger and more recognizable your messages can become. So, what are the other signs that you are spiritually gifted? Number 1. You read into your dreams on the regular. Make sure you make some journal every now and then when you have a dream. The more open you are to receiving lessons and guidance through sleep, the more likely it will come to you in that form. Number 2. You have visions, and they often come true. A premonition, or just a random image that pops into your mind at any given moment. Uncomfortable as it is, but notice whether you have any emotional attachment to your visions as well. This is an easy way to see if there is more to the thought than meets the eye. Number 3. You have a 4 a.m. bathroom habit. You thought you were waking up at the crack of dawn to go pee every morning, but it might be something else. In certain spiritual realms, waking up between 3 and 4 a.m. on a regular basis is thought to be a huge sign that there are spirits looking to communicate with you. This is what we call spiritual or connection hour. If this is happening every time, embrace it. Allow yourself to simply sit up and receive, even if it's just for a moment or two. You may not get anything at first, but with practice, information will start flowing through you in the form of thoughts, sensations, memories, or emotions. Number 4. Nightmares keep you tossing and turning. If there are spirits out there trying to reach you, they may try at first to gently wake you up, like I mentioned in the last point, but if that doesn't do the trick, they may turn to nightmares. Number 5. You're extremely empathetic. You have the ability to understand and actively sharing in the emotional experience of the other person. This is the question you have to ask yourself to be able to see if you are empathic. Do you often feel deeply tuned into the feelings of people around you? Do crowds make you uncomfortable? Would you, or the people closest to you, describe yourself as a sensitive person? If so, you may be an empath. Number 6. You have a strong intuition. How do you know you have a strong intuition? What are the qualities of an intuitive person? In your body, intuition tends to feel like a calm, inner knowing. It's relaxed and characterized by trust, knowing that if something doesn't work out, it's not the end of the world. It's much more growth-oriented in your body. It feels like a sense of expansion and openness. Those who experience life with extraordinary perceptions are called intuitive empath. Intuitive empaths are extremely perceptive and may have the following traits: psychic ability that can manifest as a sense of knowing. Openness to telepathy. Ability to receive messages in dreams. Number 7. Pressure around the third eye. Third eye is located right between your eyebrows. Doing some spiritual exercises can help you to open and close this extraordinary vision with ease. My own experience showed me visions of the past and future. It became so apparent after doing my regular meditation. Now, it comes naturally. Number 8. Discernment and being spiritually gifted. People who have discernment can tell you things present in the room that others can't see. For instance, they can recognize when an evil entity enters the room. Spirit will give you different feelings to acknowledge the presence. You may get a chill up your spine, or they may be able to see the entity visually. As you grow in your gifts and callings, you will soon be able to channel the spiritual world as it comes to you, but you also need to know when to close your third eye to get rest. All these things will come with time and practice. Number 9. You experience synchronicities. Synchronicities is the coincidental occurrence of events and especially psychic events, such as similar thoughts in widely separated persons or a mental image of an unexpected event before it happens, that seem related but are not explained by conventional mechanisms of causality. In science we call it energy, in religion we call it spirit, in the streets we call it vibes. All I'm saying is, trust it. Some common forms of synchronicity are seeing repeated numbers, such as 1111, 222, 707, 555, etc. In spiritual world we call it angel numbers. Angel numbers are a sign from the divine, whatever you call it, God, a source, your higher self, the universe, etc., that you're on the right track. They're a cosmic nudge affirming that whatever is occurring in your life is meant to be and you're close to a new beginning. So every time you see angel numbers, you have to pay attention. It is telling you an important message that may take you where you want to be. When you are a spiritually gifted person, you live a life full of word of wisdom and word of knowledge. You do have a strong faith in the Holy Spirit. You will have a healing gift, a gift of forgiveness, a gift of heaven and many more spiritual gifts. An extraordinary gift given by the Holy Spirit. But what do you think is the greatest gift? In John 3 verse 16, we read about a most precious gift, for God so loved the world, that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life.